Oh, hello, hello, and welcome to the daily political tarot readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. I have a good kitty. I don't know why the camera's not calming down a little. There we go. Good morning, everybody. This is Putin Kitty. He's the good boy. He's the good boy. Precious one. Precious one. I'm here to take your 12 political questions at 12 noon every day or as soon after as I can get on. You're so sweet. He's my little positive energy generator. Just a sweetheart. Good boy. Good boy. I do have questions for today, but I will get to them. We're just having a quiet few minutes here at the beginning. He's so good. He's so good. Warm little precious. He's so soft and warm. And he's just love. He's so good. Yes, he is. You're so good. You're so good. You know, I could just pull up a chair. He could sit on my lap. Would you like that, sweetie? Here, let me put you down over here. You can come sit on my lap if you want. Oh, big stretch. Oh, big stretch. There you go. There you go, precious. Oops. All right, hopefully he'll be back. Good morning, everybody. Or good afternoon, rather. It's noon, or just after noon here in Chicago. Sorry for the delay, but I'm here to take your 12 political questions at 12 noon. Just put your questions in the chat between 11 and 12 every day. All right, get ready. This might be a little loud. Oops. Ground floor. Kitty access. There we go. And grab a random blanket in case he gets back, because he'll come back. All right. Whoops. Hello, everybody. All right. And I'll put this here. There. So hopefully he'll come back. All right. Yes, butterflies and boo-boo. So, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm here 365 days of the year, and some of you are as well, which is amazing. Thank you. Oh, that energy. It's just so lovely. Boo-boo. Come here, sweetheart. Come here, good boy. Come here, sweetie. All right. Come on. I've got your questions in the 200 years ago today. Oh, come here, sweetie. All right, he'll come up eventually. All right, so I've got your 12 questions. If you're watching this on replay, of course, you can always just jump ahead, go to what you're interested in. Oh, let me get this out of your way, dear. There you go. If you look out the window. There you go. Okay. It's not usually quite this discombobulated, but the sweetness has joined us today, and we've had so many days of really, so, just dark stuff and Ukraine and all this. So nice to just a happy little kitten, just warm kitty. And he has a very soft fur. Oh, yes. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, what a good kitty. Yes, Rob. Scritch, scritch, scritch. You're so good. You're so good. Good boy. All right. We're definitely having a moment of kitty zen. You're so good. All right. All right. Look at that sweet face. All right. I should get on with the questions. But I'm distracted. The sweetness. Good boy. 10% of my income goes to Feeding America, feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That's an ongoing thing. He's a good boy. Oh, look at that kitten. Look at that good kitten. I'll even get my hair out of your whiskers. There we go. All right. All right. Let me start the readings then. We're going to start at 8 minutes in with Kathy Lamson's question. Oh, but it's hard to lead forward, so I'm going to have to do the, I'm going to have to use a pen. So Kathy Lamson's question was, are we in the age of Aquarius, or is it still to come? Well, the answer is complicated. Make sure my microphone's pointing at me. There we go. The answer is complicated because an age, as we generally think about it, it's every 2,000 years. And it has to do with, I could be wrong, but I believe it's the vernal equinox when it happens, and what it has to do with as the world is spinning, where things happen at a certain, and whatever at the vernal equinox that changes. No, go. All right. Anyway, but the one thing it does do is, with the age of Aquarius, dun, da, da, ta-da, with it's going backwards through the signs. So when Christians up here under Pisces would talk about the golden calf, they were complaining about the Taurian, the age of Taurus, or the ram, the age of Aries. And then right around what we now call the year zero, that we moved into the age of Pisces. And at that time, that's when you had the rise of a lot of Piscean kind of spirituality, but it's an organized spirituality, and a lot of Piscean institutions, because the 12th house, ruled by Pisces, it is art and spirituality and all of this, but it's also institutions and can be prisons, can be that sort of thing, and kind of has one foot on the other side. But what's happening now is we're moving into the age of Aquarius. So round about the year 2000. The thing to realize about this is so that's happening, although there's argument about when exactly that happens. It's sometime around here. But another thing that's happening, I don't know if any of you saw Andrey from Astrology Alert. You know I'm a huge fan because I've had him on. I get him on here every chance I can, and I'm so glad he's really, really busy now. That's awesome. So he had a discussion with his sister, which was really interesting. And one of the things she was talking about is over time, where you've got the Jupiter and Saturn conjunctions happening in earth signs or air signs or water signs or what have you. And these change, these conjunctions happen every 20 years. And these conjunctions stay in the same element for about 200 years. And it's an interesting coincidence that back at the beginning of the age of Pisces, there was the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction, which can say a lot about what's going to happen with power and what have you. It was in Pisces. It moved into Pisces at the beginning of, it was like the year 6 or something like that, which is really interesting. And she was explaining how when there were every time there was a Jupiter-Saturn conjunction, which happened every 20 years, the magi, the astrologers of the time would see it as a potential change in power from the old guard represented by Saturn with the new guard, the new king represented by Jupiter. And so they would specifically go out looking to see if there was going to be a new king, there was going to be a new regime, there was going to be a new whatever. That's what they were looking for. And it was especially potent and important to them. And it often, they believed it often was a harbinger of even more change if that Saturn Jupiter conjunction was happening when it was changing elements. So for the last 200 years, the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction was in Capricorn. Well, it was in Earth signs, I should say. It was in the Earth signs. It wasn't just Capricorn. It was in the Earth signs. And the in 2020 when there's one conjunction in a new element, and then it jumps back to the old element and then goes forward again and continues on from there. And that's kind of when we focus on it, is when it goes back and it's going to be there onward. Well, in 2020, there was that conjunction here. So we're at the beginning of the age cycle, the 2000 age cycle. We're at the beginning of a shift in the Jupiter-Saturn conjunctions for the next 200 years being in air signs, which are very intellectual and, as they were saying, very human signs. So air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. You see the little symbol that looks like a whoosh. That's wind, it's air. Those are the 3 air signs. They're not represented by animals. They're thinking, intellectual, technology, those kind of signs. So anyway, that's what's going on. So we're in like, and plus Pluto. And I've explained all the many times how when Pluto goes into a new sign, it just starts plowing its way through the sign and kicking up dust from that sign. We've been through this in this age, or we've been in this Pluto in Capricorn situation in 2008. It entered Capricorn and it's just plowed through everything involved with status, aristocracy, the modern aristocracy, as in the moneyed people, the few. Status. It is all about status and materialism. But Pluto is about to start plowing through Aquarius as well, and it starts next year. And it's gonna just enter Aquarius retrograde, but then it's gonna go into Aquarius in 2024 for the next like 15, 20 years. So we are about to go into this. It's not just Aquarius. We are going into Aquarius over the next 18, 20 years. It's going to be Aquarius energy out the wazoo. So are we in the age of Aquarius? Yes. But we're at the beginning, and really you can think of it as Aquarius rules technology. And I think there's an argument to be made that this is just my opinion, but I think there's an argument to be made that in the 90s, in the early 90s, when people started getting personal computers in their home that were connected to the internet, I think that was the beginning of the age of Aquarius myself. And certainly by the late 90s, when you had the internet boom, you had all this stuff. And since then, as we've become more and more interconnected, as all of that has gotten bigger and tighter, our connection to each other, our connection to the internet, our use of the internet, as it's just grown and grown and grown and grown. Welcome to the age of Aquarius. I think that's going to be the symbol of Aquarius. It's going to be, the symbol is actually two waves, because Aquarius was traditionally the water bearer, because it's also a humanitarian sign. So the person would carry water and then give equally to each person. Now, the problem is if somebody needs more than that and comes back and says, I need more, well, no, it's for the collective. It's not for individuals. Gary Atkins is asking, is Aquarius pro-democracy or fascism? It's pro-democracy, very much so. However, I keep mentioning this, and I'm hoping people will take it to heart. There's a misunderstanding about Aquarius and the age of Aquarius, that it's going to be a free-for-all. It's all about, I do exactly what I want. It's all about the individual. No, it's not. And democracy isn't about the individual. It's about the collective. Aquarius is about the collective. So there will be a lot of things kicked up over the next so many years, but it's democratic, but it's not libertarianism. Let's put it that way. So, all right. All right. So I'll get on with the other readings. There we go. Okay. At 20 minutes in, Claudia had a question. So Now I grabbed a bunch of your questions out of the chat, and also thank you, Kristen, from Uncover the News, who I know has been busy. Brought a lot of great headlines today that really encapsulated a lot of the questions that people have. Thank you. So, oh, thank you, Desert Dawn. Okay. Hello, Gretchen. Okay. So at 2030, Claudia had a question. Some of these I haven't looked at. I've just skimmed. So this is kind of new to me too. Germany has gone back several times on its aid to Ukraine. Really, Germany? Really? In fact, they lied about the aid it planned to give. Putin's deals with Germany are well known. Will the citizens stand up against the government? You would think of all the countries that would say, gosh, country being overrun, taken over, doesn't deserve it. Country first, the first land war in Europe since World War II. Is that correct? You'd think Germany would be like, oh, we're all over that. We understand the damage it does. We understand. They're getting a lot of pressure from NATO, from liberal-minded people. Alan says, I have friends in Germany. I'll ask them about that. Okay. Linda Sue says, first, is it true? Okay. Okay. 9 of Cups. 8 of Pentacles. Lovers. Fool. They think that Ukraine is going to be fine. Why? And they don't want to necessarily disrupt their whole way of life for something that may end in a few weeks. There are all of these sanctions in place, and it would hurt their economy. So, la 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 la, we'll just do our thing. Meanwhile, Ukraine is suffering immensely. Boy. So, that's it. That's it, Germany. That's your contribution, huh? You're really gonna play this game. Emmy says, I live in Germany. Do you have any insight? What are you hearing anything? And thank you for being here. Glenn Bird is saying Germany is very dependent on Russian oil and gas to keep their economy going. Oh, okay. C. Torino says, basically Germany was bought and paid for a long time ago, I believe that is. Emmy says Germany has distributed many sanctions against Russia, and we have in the country shortage of oil, butter, etc., but we have the problem that we are dependent on Russian national gas. Okay. Linda Spees says Germany can't hurt its own people. Okay. Okay, Glenn Bird is saying Germany is sending off propelled howitzers to Ukraine. All right, so the natural gas dependency is intense, is what it sounds like. Suburban Housewife says Germany has no fuel resources. It all comes from Russia. Frieda Smet said the gas won't go up with a 50 cent a gallon in Germany, but with $50. I'm afraid I don't quite understand. I'm sorry. Star. Hope. Because it's from what the experts are saying, if everybody stopped buying Russian gas and oil, the Russian economy, the thing in Ukraine would just end. It would just take a month at most. Anna says Germany also voted to end Russian oil dependency by the end of the year. Good. Good. That's what I had heard too. So, but, all right, so there are plans. 10 of Cups, Knight of Swords. All right, all right. It's not what we wish it was, but there are plans to help. NATO's certainly helping. I don't know how much Germany is a part of that, but definitely helping Ukraine. This is doing something that will have an effect, but it's not as much as we might hope. Then again, I can't really say much because Trump was president of my country for 4 years. So, glass houses. Ick. I'm getting there doing something, but it's not what we want it to be. That's all I'm getting. Emmy says Germany has sent helmets and weapons to Ukraine. Good. We have also taken in many from Ukraine and given them a home, but it is hard to act because of our past. Okay. Emmy says since World War II, Germany has not sent any weapons until now because of the Ukraine conflict. Well, thank you for that, Emmy. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, that's good. That's good. So there is some good stuff happening. All right. I don't feel as I was prepared. I was prepared to be very, very sharp. But I don't know. It just I'm getting there's actually it's a struggle for Germany. That's what it feels like. Anna says, I think Germany's doing the best it can at the moment. We need to appreciate everything. Yeah, actually, I think you've got something there. I really do. Thank you, Fran. Glenn Bird is saying Germany's a big part of NATO. True. True. All right. Good. All right. And at 29, getting closer to understanding. I like that. All right. So, a little worrying. Zelensky warns that the Russian invasion will go beyond Ukraine. So the question is, will it? Because there's talk about, was it a Russian official? Was it a Russian official or a Russian military leader? I can't remember which. You please let me know. Who starting to talk about the possibility of invading Moldova? Kristen has the information. Moldova's foreign ministry summoned Russia's ambassador to express deep concern over recent comments made by a Russian general that suggested the Kremlin is targeting its territory. Oh, jeez. Emmy says, I think Germany has done as much as possible, but it is too dangerous to risk the natural gas. I'm sorry to say, but we are dependent on Russia. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, Russia, you're going to just a hop, skip, and a jump to Moldova, which is also not a NATO member. But if I am wrong on something, please let me know. Knight of Swords. Well, that's kind of what we're afraid of. Knight of Pentacles. Page of Swords. Justice. Wheel of Fortune. The balance will be restored. Does Putin want, excuse me, want to do something like that? Why not? But this is money. This is a money courier, transfer of money, and he can't do this. He can maybe put together that. It's this balance. It's the world balance will be restored, and then this is rebuilding and charity to those who need it. But Putin and Putin's generals are writing checks with their mouths that their economy can't cash. So, friend, could I see your nails? It's my favorite color, please. Certainly. I'm glad you like them. All right, so I'm going to be jumping around a little bit today. I didn't have a chance to separate the questions out into topics, so we're going to be bouncing hither and yon. All right. Thank you for being here. All right, at 33 minutes in. Oh, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Oh. I won't miss you when you're gone. When you are no longer being talked about in the news, I will not miss you, not one tiny little bit. So, the news was a national embarrassment. Marjorie Taylor Greene's bad day in court, roasted by MSNBC panel. I didn't see the thing. There's Kristen, thank you, was kind enough to bring along a link, but I didn't get to see that particular thing. But, thank you, Fran. How's it going? I mean, we were kind of roasting her too. Oh, Kristen's got some more information from the January 6th coming up on the January 6th panel. Is it too dark? Can you guys see me? Because for some reason, what I'm looking at looks really dark. So if it's really dark, let me know, please. But sometimes it looks dark here, and then I watch the playback, and it looks okay. So. Okay, all right. Lighting's fine. Thank you, Pamela. 34th. Well, let's do 34:30. Just say that. So, Marjorie Taylor Greene, how's it going? Oh, I did see that link. Thank you. Teresa Ford, I can see you. Behind you is dark. That's okay. It doesn't affect the reading. Good. It says we're fine. Okay, good. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Rob D says she's perjury Taylor Greene now. Ooh, boy. Linda, you and the moss are lit. Thank you. Marjorie Taylor Greene. I did see the video where she was kept being asked these questions. I don't remember. I don't know. And then it was, did you call Nancy Pelosi a traitor? Well, I don't think I've ever said that. I don't remember that. If I did. Okay, could you please play tape number 5 or show evidence number 5? And she literally said, oh no, wait a minute. Yes, well, with the way she's acted with the border, I believe she's broken her oath of office. So you don't know until they're pulling up the receipts and you're like, oh wait, get out. Personally, I know it's naive of me, but if I was that judge, I would not be pleased. I would not be pleased. Between her and Meadows right now, I'm just... Ugh. I can't tell if it's just how annoyed I am with them or if it's just a general anger. Oh, working. She's also using this as a fundraiser. Desert Dawn says the judge was very sympathetic to her. Oh, jeez. 9 of Swords. Ace of Wands. 5 of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. She carries on to insult people another day. Add insult to injury every chance she gets. Yes, please follow a young person walking around the Capitol and who lived through, well, one of the most horrific school shootings and heckle them. Yeah, that's kind of all you need to know about her. But, oh, that was good. Angie's dad. Autumn, a bit dark from the shadows cast from Mordor-a-Lago. With Trump's eye. Yeah. Come here, sweetie. Look up here. Hello, sweetheart. Hello, dear. How you doing? All right. So, 39 minutes in. Ooh, we're going to New York. New York Attorney General Letitia James. New York Attorney General Letitia James. Hello. How you doing? Hello. Oh. Asks the court to slap Trump with contempt due to intransigence and subterfuge. Report hearing set for Monday. So it isn't even being fined. She wants Trump to be slapped with contempt. We have all kinds of contempt for him. Let's hope the judge does too. somebody hold this awful human being accountable. Oh, please, oh, please, oh, please. Oh, please. Oh. Rolling the dice. Rolling the dice. Dare I have a little hope here. Alan says Letitia James is the bomb. Yes. Hierophants. All right, an institution. Well, that could be the company. That's about the company. Okay. Oh, little face washing. 3 of 1. Oh, they have played this out. They dragged their feet. Oh, this is bad. 5 of Cups. Death card. That feels like a bit of a smackdown. Ooh, Hanged Man. Queen of Wands. Please tell me this is not another delay. What do you think? Huh? Oh, no, we're leaving, huh? Okay. Oh, jeez. You all right? You okay? All right, he seems okay. Is that a delay? Because that death card feels like this garbage Trump org Grift Co. has been trying to pull. True, Gary. When I see a mugshot, I'll call her the bomb. I understand. All right, Judge. Are you going to hold Trump in contempt for dragging his feet, playing games? Five of Cups. Oh, they've tried to kick down everything they could, but they can't kick down enough. The Trumps, that 3 of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Moon. Okay, 3 of Cups. Okay. Yes. All right. Better. Again, this is the card that came up before. They've tried so many things, so much garbage. Ugh. And money? What money? What? Huh? We don't know anything. You know. It's going to cause real upset. We are going to be happy, and it's going to cause chaos in Trump org. So, if the judge holds Trump in contempt, is it Trump org? I mean, what does that mean? Does anybody know? I don't have the legal knowledge in a civil case against a corporation and their officers to know if what being held. Desert Dawn says he said he doesn't have the records. Trump org has them. I thought, no, I don't know. What I had read was that what I had read is that they said they just don't have the records, period. Nobody has the records. These records don't exist. Oh, true, Nuclear Magenta. Corporations are human beings according to Citizens United. No, it's true. Jolene Larson is asking, why do Republicans think they can just ignore whatever laws they feel like? Because they've gotten away with it thus far. Ace of Pentacles. Records. Records about the money. Big money. Alan says maybe the records got flushed down the toilet. Justice, right up front. Card of theft. 8, working. It's getting in trouble for wrong work practices. Work practices that allegedly are based in theft, and then just giving the bare minimum, and it's not going to work. Okay. This is actually going to go pretty well for us. These cards, this is not good for Trump world. It's just not. I've got Justice right up here, which can see what Trump work's been doing, how they've done their work, and this pussyfooting around. Oh, I don't know. We don't have it. Da, da, da. Oh, I guess the company didn't do that. That we told them to go get it, but they didn't. And oh well, no. No. All right. So what form will this take? Here we go. Desert Dawn has information. Letitia James demands the judge slap intransigent Trump with criminal contempt for defying court-ordered subpoena to allow her investigators to access Trump's incriminating phones in multiple file cabinets. Trump himself with criminal contempt? Does that mean a fine? Does that mean jail time? Anybody know? Let me see what the cards are saying about how will this land on Sniffy Senior? Oh, Donnie Trump. You big tub of miles and miles and miles and miles of lard tubes. Ding, ding, ding. We're still talking about the money. Al Menzi says Trump himself with a fine of $10,000 a day. Oh, so this is nothing new. This came out the other day. Personally fined $10,000 a day for every day he ignores. 8 of wands, 9 of wands, Page of Cups, Moon, Star. All right, they don't want to turn over. They've done all this stuff, but they don't want to turn over the records of what they've done. This is the Letitia James. This is the people who in the past they were just wussy. They didn't have any power. How many times were charges brought or about to be brought against Trump's, and suddenly it just, oh well, gosh, I guess I must have lost that folder, and then a campaign contribution shows up in their coffers. But this feels like Letitia James, the star, and real upset. See if I get any more information. This is interesting. Mel Broussard says, "Tubby Trump, I like it." His. I know I've got his energy when I can just. It just feels like just miles and miles of tubes full of lard. Seriously, veggie burgers these days are really good. Impossible Burgers, Beyond Beef, something. Pamela Bryant says, Mel B is a brilliant idea. Wouldn't it just infuriate 45 to see that building torn down and not be there on Fifth Avenue? You mean the tallest building in New York after the Twin Towers went down? That's what Trump said. Empire State? Just heard of it? Please. Again with the 9. All right, I'm trying to just get repeating cards, and I'm trying to shuffle. So, 4, they don't. Oh, Trump having to pay money. Boy, about his secrets, to keep his secrets. There's a suspension. 3 of Swords, 8 of Wands. They're going to turn over the records. There's something here. I don't think it's just that fine. First of all, he does not want to pay anything. Of course, he doesn't pay for anything. To keep his secrets, but this feels big. I wonder if it's going to be more than $10,000 a day. I wonder if there's going to be more at stake. Because whatever it is, it cuts deeply. And they turn over the records. It's what it feels like. So, fingers crossed. Oh, boy. Fee said, they say veggie burgers aren't necessarily healthy because it's been processed. One option is to use a very large mushroom instead of a beef patty. Well, I've had that too. Snow says, I used to make eggplant, similar mouthfeel to meat. But since I'm off nightshade veggies, trying out veggie burger recipes. Might pay for meat if not eating it. Well, I understand that. I understand. I don't know. I like that I'm able to go to fast food places with my family now, and occasionally just have a nice burger like I grew up with. I've been vegan for almost 19 years. Yeah, this summer it'll be 19 years that I've been vegan. So, and boy, the veggie burgers back then were awful. Oh my gosh, they were so bad. A lot of vegan stuff back there, even if you could find it, were just not great at all. So, okay. Glenn Bird, there aren't always eggs in veggie burgers. So, all right, at 54 minutes in. 54. Rick Wilson speculates. I skimmed these questions, and so I don't remember anything. Okay, so Rick Wilson speculates Elise Stefanik leaked the McCarthy recording and warns GOP leader to get a food taster. So how much trouble is McCarthy in? How about that? Either with his the people he works with, or legally, or with his constituents back home. How much trouble is he in? Well, this is related to the next question. Mark Meadows knew the plot with an alternate state of electors was illegal, but did it anyway. It says in a court filing. All right. Well, we'll get to Meadows. We'll get to Meadows in a minute. We'll do McCarthy now. How much trouble is McCarthy in? It's not breaking my heart. It's not bothering me at all watching these people get theirs, you know, having the truth come out and people being seen for what they truly are. I mean, that's kind of what tarot's about, really, that we're all connected energetically, that you can't, you know, if tarot is done correctly, if and this is what's going to be more and more of it in the future, people will start understanding you won't be able to get away with things the way you used to. If you don't keep your vibration high, people will know. If you are a scumbag, people will know. I'm in bigly trouble. Because also, you know, apparently Trump came out and he's you know, saying McCarthy he doesn't have a problem with McCarthy. But he in the past, what he's done is he says that everything's fine right up front, but like 2 or 3 days later, he suddenly gets up all in his feelings or whatever. He's listened to the news perhaps for a couple of days, and McCarthy, much trouble in. He's so nothing. If this was not if it was not for the inherent advantage given to white men in this country, McCarthy would not be minority leader. He just wouldn't. There's so little there. When I read on him, it's just he's a guy. That's it. He's just a guy. We're hoping there's actual justice involved, but let's see. Oh boy. Knight of Pentacles. Jill Otero is asking, do the Republicans care if he's a liar? Well, that's what we're looking at. Oh, goodness gracious. That didn't go so well for you, did it? With the 8 of Cups, they have the receipts, Ace of Pentacles, and 2 of Cups. It helps the Democrats. On the right, they don't care. They don't care. None of this is really new. And generally, they just, it's kind of like when there's, the news is going on and on about, you know, is Biden mentally declining? Can he continue to, I just ignore it, because it's like they're in the same way, they're ignoring it. I mean, this is true, but they're just not going to read that article. They're going to turn the channel. It looks bad. And it helps Democrats because, believe it or not, there are some people who don't usually vote or who do switch back and forth between the two parties. I don't understand that, but okay, it's a democracy. These things happen. But I got the receipts. You have to understand, this is also the man who we have on tape. I believe it's on tape. Or is it just reported, or was it on tape? Where McCarthy said when he becomes speaker, when Nancy Pelosi hands me that gavel, it's going to be hard for me not to hit her with it. No one brings it up anymore. Nobody mentions it. It may as well not have happened for the amount of impact that had. Whereas my horror at him saying that has not lessened. Nope, not a bit. Yeah. Now, is he in trouble with constituents? Does he have to worry about his job? McCarthy. Teresa Ford says, pigs aren't going to fly, dude. No gavel for you ever. Hierophant. Government. Yep. Are you going to keep your government job? 6 of Cups. 10 of Cups. High Priestess. Knight of Wands. King of Swords. He might have some other issues. Well, the January 6th stuff is going to make his job in the House much harder. The January 6th Select Committee having their hearings, that's not going to go well for him. He has lots of secrets. And this is people who are farther on the, both he and people who are farther on the right, maybe having some legal culpability about January 6th. He's got bigger fish to fry. This isn't, he has lots of secrets, and there's a lot of garbage like that. He's going to start having troubles. I don't know. It's hard to believe that simply the January 6th Select Committee coming out and saying exactly what happened, it's hard to imagine it will have much of an impact, because we've already been through, we went through 2 Trump impeachment trials. Someone was kind enough to mention earlier that they remember when I first showed my face on camera and I sang the national anthem. It was the day Trump was acquitted, because we knew it was sorry, he wasn't acquitted. He had been impeached, but the Senate voted to not remove him. And we were so despondent. We knew it was going to happen, but still it hit hard. People were so down and despairing. And I just got it in my head that we are Americans and we will get through this, and this scumbag will not be in office forever. And so I just got it in my head to sing the national anthem, and I thought, well, then I'll just do it to everybody's face. I'll just pull up my courage and just look into the camera. And that's what I did. And I loved the comments in the chat saying, who are you? Am I on the right? I just looked over this channel and there's this woman singing. Who are you? He was not convicted. That was it. Thank you, Pamela. Selma says, yes, remember that awful day. All right. McCarthy's got trouble coming. All right, 104-ish. All right, we've got stuff on Meadows here. 104. So, who are you? Oh, by the way, I just want to throw this out there. The photo showing Cawthorn wearing lingerie at an apparent party. I don't understand why this is news. I guess for some people that's shocking. I don't. Men wearing women's clothes, women wearing men's clothes. I don't care. Moranchi says, I want to hear about McCarthy. I just did the reading. Sorry, was I not clear? Just let me know, please. Yeah, he himself said it was at a stupid party on a cruise ship or something. Different people had to do different things. And anyway, let's go on. 105, Mark Meadows. Ugh. Mark Meadows. According to a court filing, Mark Meadows knew the plot with an alternate slate of electors was illegal, but did it anyway. Also, in the news, former President Donald Trump's chief of staff, Mark Meadows, had been advised of intelligence reports showing the potential for violence on January 6th. So let's just start with he knew the alternate slate of electors garbage was illegal, and he did it anyway. Oh, GM Dave, been quiet today. I'm multitasking but watching. Well, thank you for being here. Oh, nothing to be sorry about. Oh, goodness gracious, no. I'm glad you're here. Also, yes, Lisa Graham registered to vote in 3 states. Because the voting system's corrupt. We know. We sign up to vote in multiple states all the time. I am registered to vote in 1 state. That is the state of Illinois. That's it. That's it, my friends. Just the one. So, Mark Meadows, are you is this going to put you in legal trouble because you were told it was illegal? And apparently you were told it was legal, and apparently you went ahead. So hey, don't do that. That's illegal. Oh, okay, I won't do that, said none of these numbskulls and ever. Jim Dave says Meadows helped plan the violence. Yeah. Receipts. Whoo! Select committee's got the receipts. Whew! So many, like a CVS receipt. Just goes on and on and on. For those outside of the country, CVS here is it's a pharmacy. It's a pharmacy in the back, but it's in the front. It's like a convenience store. Sort of convenience store news agent-ish, minus the papers, because we don't use papers a lot anymore. But anyway, newspapers a lot. But they're notorious for when they print out your receipt, they just put all this other stuff on those receipts, and they're just ridiculously long. And feels like January 6th Select Committee has that, yeah. 2 of Pentacles, Devil. 9 of Pentacles, Temperance, and 4 of Cups. So Meadows, yeah, you knew this was not a good idea. You did it anyway, and you thought you'd just walk away. And you also figured that you weren't going to get called in. That you were just going to say, no, I didn't have anything to do with anything, and that's fine. Didn't he also sue to stop Verizon or whomever from turning over his phone records? I think it was something like that. Oops. Pamela Bryant says 4 years ago, I began requesting CVS receipt to be sent via email address. I'd like to think that I have saved at least 1 tree. Oh, at least. Thank you, Joy. Oh boy. Meadows. Tiptoe through the cow patties. Katie Arbuckle says, I am well aware of those receipts, for I am a daughter of Rite Aid. Ooh, Kristen has also Meadows activities also included coordinating messages and ad buys with Trump campaign and outside allies like Cleta Mitchell direct contact with state officials to try and overturn results. Discussing DOJ takeover with Representative Perry, partly via Signal. Oh, wow. More, the panel found that Meadows met with retired Army Colonel Phil Waldron, a top purveyor of a plan to seize voting machines and push conspiracy theories about voting machines. That's what I think. Yes, that's what I think. You coming up here? Well, yes, Meadows is terrible. He was in Congress, and he was terrible in Congress. But then he went and he became Trump's chief of staff, and we were like, ew, why would you leave Congress to go be chief of staff to that jerk? Well, apparently he's just as bad as Trump, only maybe more organized. Yes, maybe more organized, and that's not good, because if Trump had half a brain, we'd really be in trouble in this country. Yes. But luckily, he's dumb as a post. Yes, he is. He's dumb as a post. You have the brain the size of a walnut, and you're both smarter and nicer. Oh, he's a good boy. Yes, that is the baby boo. That is the boo-boo. That is the good boy. Yes. You are the good boy. You are the good boy. Precious. Hi. Okay. You're so good. You're so good. Okay. All right, Meadows. Meadows the moron. Tried to overturn Biden's election. You're so good. You're so good. Queen of Pentacles. There was a group of them trying to overturn the election, but they couldn't pull it off because Pence wouldn't do the illegal wrong thing. Five of Pentacles. They tried courts. They tried everything to overturn the election to try to keep the dynasty going. Nope. They're going to face judgment. It was very un-American of them. Yes, it was. It's very un-American. It was not good for the kiddies. And that's just not worth it. If it's not good for the kiddies, it's not worth doing. You have such wonderful energy. And I read on these terrible people. Yes, I do. You have something in your eye. Hang on. There you go. I got it. There you go. All right. Deb C says, boo-boos, and Kitty says, put all these dirty people in my litter box. I'll take care of them. Oh, Judy, you can feel the warm fuzzies. I am glad. Because I am just, this warm fuzzy is just pouring over me. It's okay. It's okay. You're all right. Yes, you are. You're all right. Okay. Precious. He's in trouble. All right, at 1:14:30. Uh-oh. News. Quote, it's bad and it's getting worse. Your eyes look lovely and green today. Yes, they do. Like two little sweet green grapes. 1:15. Senators address Dianne Feinstein's memory loss. That's not good. That's not good. It's very sad, but if you can't do your job, wouldn't it be better to go home? Wouldn't it be better to go home? Personally, if you give me any excuse to go home, I'll take it. Senator Feinstein. Bless her for her service. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you. Yes, she should step down. She should step down. You're okay. I'm sad. I'm grateful for what she did, for what she's done. But Empress, she's done a lot. She deserves a lot of credit. Shirt's all crumpled up. Empress, Knight of Swords, 5 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups. To the best of my knowledge, there's no question that should be replaced by a Democrat. I mean, please correct me if I'm wrong. Because there's something aggressive. It's swords, it's mental, and it's aggressive. And this is a card of chaos and confusion. Very human level chaos and confusion. But she has all these accolades and someone new coming in here. It's very sad. Snow said she also just lost her husband. True. You've got a nice pension. I know you've done a lot of good, but do you have grandkids? Wouldn't you want to spend time with your grandkids? You get a kitty. Do you know how nice it was having Boo Boo here? It's just like warm energy just flowing over me. It's so wonderful. So go hang out with those people or go home and be with grandkids and warm kitties and put my feet up. This is a question. She's not well. She's not well. And that was a card of this aggression. And I just cut the deck and I got the moon, which is howling at the moon confusion. This is not good. Not good. She's not going to be there that much longer. That's what it feels like. Let's put it this way. Is Dianne Feinstein going to choose to step down from her position? Or will it not be her decision? Al Menzi says it's her identity. Yes, I've picked up on that a lot. Queen of Pentacles. She wants to do her job. She wants to have an effect on the world. And it is very much her identity in this physical body. 5 of Pentacles. 8 of Cups. That's a card of sickness. This feels, wouldn't the governor Is it the governor in California who would replace her temporarily? This feels like one of those tests that Trump took, man, woman, camera, hamburgers, TV, whatever it was. And a governor. Governor Newsom, who would appoint. Thank you, Pamela. Thank you. A medical test says, Elmenzi says, make an appointment. Okay. Karen Conroy saying the governor selects a replacement. So does Viola. Viola vibes. Thank you. King of Wands. Deb Z says, I had issues with tons of buffering trying to watch the replay of this. Oh, goodness. King of Wands. Five of Pentacles. She was here to... She wanted to be a part of this fight back against Trump. It's part of why she was here. This idiot. But it's taken care of. Doesn't feel like it to us, but really it's taken care of. Deb Z says yesterday. Or I say yesterday's video. Oh goodness. I'm sorry. I'll have to go back and check it. I thought it looked okay, but maybe I didn't watch far enough in. Sorry. All right, 122. Oh, we looked at that one already. Okay. Don't need to look at that. Okay. We need to look at these poor people well, not poor, the stupidly rich people who have stupid amounts of money in Russia or because of Russian stuff, who are suddenly taking dirt naps with their entire families. And we have little ears out there listening, so we're not going to say anything more than that. But just to have this particular string of these kinds of things just magically happen to 4. We just heard about 4 people since the invasion of Ukraine began. 4 of these super wealthy people tied to high up in the Russian government or high up in Russian oil and gas stuff are suddenly, them and their entire families have suddenly gone on permanent vacations to the netherworld. And in at least 2 of them, I think it's actually 3 of them, they're trying to blame the guy himself who for doing this to himself and his family. What? Jen Glenn says, I heard 6 since January. Oh, jeez. I'm not kidding when I say Putin has the energy of a serial killer. I'm serious. Oh, did you see the video of him recently? He doesn't look well. He really doesn't. I was meaning to show you guys that. He did not look well at all. Yeah. How many, it's like a dozen journalists, is it a dozen or 2 dozen journalists have just gone flying out of windows? Journalists who didn't say nice things about Putin suddenly taking up Olympic diving without a pool, high diving without a pool. Ace of Wands. This action of a far-right authoritarian type. 10 of cups. That's a merchant card. Could also be barrels of oil, or what barrels of oil symbolize. Hermit in the middle. By the way, I'm still working on I told you I've been working on my own tarot deck. I was looking closely, and I've worked with these graphics before, but it really hit me night before last. He has terrible posture. First, I was thinking it was just his cloak, but no, seriously, this hermit, even if he like straightens up, he's got like and I was thinking maybe it's this hood. No, it's like, put your shoulders back. Okay, you're looking down. I understand that, but put your shoulders back. That's not good for you. Just an observation. King of Swords and 7 of Cups. The one of these people who decided to do some aggressive pruning of the family tree was staying at a villa in Spain, and the Spanish authorities are currently saying, well, he obviously did it. There's nothing else to see here. Right. Wham. Merchants. Secrets. This is illusion, delusion. These are military officers of some nature. Alan, are you able to play the video of Putin looking unwell? Only if you can. I'll see if I can find it, because it's pretty shocking. Is this being scrutinized? It's like, hello. But this is not, for what it's worth, what I'm getting, there's not. This is not remotely natural. No. Nope. And they've got lots of experience doing it now, making it look good. So is this going to have an effect? I mean, is it just going to make other... I mean, it's obviously sending a message, but there comes a point where don't the people in power or somebody go, maybe if we... maybe if I just got distracted and completely lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. Trillium, remember the context of the video? Yes, it was very recent. He was talking to Sergei Shoigu. I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. His Ministry of Defense or something. And he's sitting, you see him from the side. He's sitting in a chair and he's holding onto the table and he's talking now and then, but he doesn't look well. Freda Barnett, when you said Wham, this song, you gotta have faith. You know I'm a George Michael fan, so. Jennifer Johnson said he was gripping the edge of the table. Yeah, and the way he was sitting, like he was in pain, like he was really uncomfortable. Tower. Flying out of towers. This is not even close. This isn't even up. Well, maybe. No. Vacation, nothing. It won't save you. You can go wherever you want. They'll find you. They're tracking you. They'll come in. It'll look... One of these places, they were saying, one of the law enforcement groups in whatever country it was saying, well, he had to have done it because It was, everything was locked from the inside. Honey, let's walk down to the bookstore and let me show you a whole section of books. There's a whole subgenre of locked room mysteries. Authors have been coming up with ways to get past that publicly for decades. So, yeah. What's up, sweetie? He's like, I'm tired and I want to sleep on your lap, but you keep like making noise and talking and doing stuff. Okay, there's a link just above. Okay, let's look at this together then. Let me see. First of all, it's 131. Desrat, I agree. These people are just dark. And I saw your comment earlier. Putin ill? We'll look at the video and then we'll discuss. All right, I can't grab it in here. I've got to go to actually where the video itself is. Find the right. Here we go. All right. Open link. Oh yeah, here we go. Is this on YouTube at all? All right, let's have a look at this. And then you tell me what you think. Share screen. Need to change this. There we go. There's not much as far as sound goes. Can I make this bigger? All right. It's just 48 seconds. So okay, so he's moving his foot a little bit. That's a KGB thing. He's just casually holding onto the table, but he's also kind of hunched a little bit. He looks like he's in pain. And normally he looks more toward the camera during these kinds of meetings, doesn't he? Maybe like something hurts in his gut area. That's what it looks like to me. What do you think? Nuclear Magenta says, I think he didn't let go of that table for over 15 minutes, maybe longer. Now, scroll way down, Autumn. Oh, I closed the tab and let me open it back up. Scroll way down. Way down. They are comparing, saying he doesn't look as well as he did even before. Images of the Russian president, Vladimir Putin, have led some people to speculate he may be in bad health. Okay. To me, he looks like he's in pain, but Teresa Ford says very clinched in the shoulders. Linda Subio, sitting area. Yeah. Al Menzi says his face is swollen. Paula Vela says his bulletproof vest is digging in. Desert Dawn said maybe he had a minor stroke, hence seeing him from one side only. Ooh. See, I don't remember. I haven't paid close attention, but he doesn't usually do that, does he? William says he has something wrong with him for sure. Okay. Okay, now his tapping his foot, that's not a, that's apparently that is a KGB training thing that they all do. And it's had it's a way to burn off tension so you can keep this as unreadable as possible. So they're taught to tap their foot to get that nervous energy and put it somewhere out of the way. So, well, thank you, Alan. Janelle has a good question. Janelle Espinoza saying, so killing isn't good for you? I guess not. Linda Sue Bueller says, first view of this one side thing. Oh boy. Nuclear Magenta, correction. He never let go of the table during the entire 12-minute meeting with Shoigu. Now I can imagine holding on to something like that if you're, you're just somewhere to rest your hand, but the whole time? Oh yeah, I spend way too much time on YouTube, and there are all kinds of body language experts and things like that, and people who are familiar with the training the KGB get, and yeah. King of Cups. That would be a doctor. Teresa Ford says it seems like he was dizzy. Stephanie Martin, his other arm doesn't move at all. All right, well, I'd have to think this through, but part of that is also KGB training. He walks funny. If you've ever seen him walk, he walks it's like as he's walking forward, his body's turned at an angle. That has to do with as a KGB agent where you'd carry your gun. And apparently even his stooge, Mendevev, whatever his name is, I don't care. He's scum. He didn't used to walk that way, but the more over the years of being around, and he never had training like that. And I guess he wasn't in the military, he wasn't in the KGB, but he started walking that way too, because that's the way Putin walks. Tell me you are a low-level flunky lackey without telling me you're a low-level lackey. Knight of Wands. I'm surprised. Seriously, I'm surprised. There are certain members of Congress, I'm really surprised they don't just like put lifts in their shoes and put on a girdle and a long red tie. Queen of Cups. The Three of Cups. Eight of Cups. More tests. There's something here inoperable or okay. This is just aggressive. This is medical care. They thought they caught whatever it was, but they did more tests, and there's something here, and the word I'm getting is inoperable. He's hemmed in, but it's not the card for surgery, which my card for surgery is the Ten of Wands. D. Smith said his stomach is not in view with the slump. If distended, it could be metastatic cancer. So if, Alan says, I wonder if he's been poisoned, just wondering. So is Putin going to be also enriching the soil of Russia personally? Is that how the war in Ukraine will end? Menzi says there are articles of doctors living with him for continuous treatment. Excuse me. camping in a box. Exactly, Teresa Ford. Exactly. Just move into the country to camp in a completely enclosed box. 7 of Cups. Lying about it. Knight of Cups. 8 of Cups. Queen of Cups. Medical care, medical care, medical care. On the defensive. It's too late. It's too late to operate. I'm not getting if that's what takes care of Ukraine. Because what I've picked up before is when Putin does go, that the person who takes over from him is going to be a lot like him. Not quite as effective, or anyway. But then he won't be there for long, relatively speaking. He won't be there for the way Putin has. But so, Putin, are you done? And can you please get out of Ukraine? Page of Pentacles. Well, there's always talk. Who's going to take his place? Maybe Flinky thinks he's going to get in. Mendev, Dev, Fed, whatever. I've had so many years of people not being able to pronounce my name. And I'm usually very careful about stuff like that. For example, Rihanna is Rihanna. It's not Rihanna. And she herself says, don't call me Rihanna. My name is not Anna. It's Rihanna. And, but the reason I think people call her that is because it sounds a little bit more posh or something. I think they're doing it out of respect, which is nice. But I have no respect for Putin's flunky. So I don't care. Six of Swords, Sun. Insult to injury. Yeah, if they've already got that in Ukraine. Devil. Magician. It's not your country. This is not the travel poster for your part of Russia. It's not part of Russia. They're their own country. Insult to injury. Absolute corruption. No, the military will keep things going in Ukraine after he goes. Medvedev. Thank you, Linda Sue. I've tried to learn it a number of times, but I get so disgusted by him. My brain just says, I don't care. I'm not listening. Medvedev. Thank you. All right. Well, that's going to do it for me for today. It's 2:01 p.m. here in Chicago. In 2 hours, I'll be over on the Book Art Media YouTube channel to do creative sprints. You're always welcome. I'll be working on my tarot cards and some writing. And Sarah and I are we have ideas for various things we want to create. So we're going to be working on some planning too. So thank you for being here. This energy is terrible, and it was so great having you here just to help me out, and also the kitty, of course. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm here 365 days of the year, so I will see you right back here tomorrow, as always. All right, take care. You're not alone. We're in this together. There are good days ahead. All right? Hang in there. I'll see you tomorrow.